Hi everyone, today I just want to talk around being alcohol free and what it's like once you get past those early days and months, and before you know it you're on 1 year, 2 year, and for me the first time I quit it was 5 years, and it's a complete different ball game from when you start in the beginning. I mean, everyone knows what it's like those first few weeks and even first few months where you've just made this huge decision and your life and everything around you changes, and it doesn't only change for you, it changes for everybody else, your family, your work colleagues, because there's a new you around. And I always recommend to people that, tell people rather that, the first few months are pretty painful. You've got a lot of stuff to deal with, but in the end, once you get 6 months, a year in, I think for most folk like myself, alcohol just becomes a hobby that you used to do. It's just a chapter in life that you've moved on for, and you can walk into bars, you can walk into supermarkets and booze shops and liquor stores, and you just don't think about it. It's just like I say, something that you used to do, a hobby that you used to do, and now it's just something in the past. And there's a few topics I want to cover, and the first one is that, and it'll be maybe a mixture of kind of benefits and maybe a few negatives on the side, but you just need to know that once you do quit, and I see this with a lot of people 2-3 months in, that you still have issues. Quitting drinking isn't a magic pill. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely amazing, just by far the best decision I ever made. But there will still be issues there, and the main ones, I think, just off the top of my head, is the first one's finances. You could have spent the last 5, 10, 20, 40 years of your life building up credit cards and never having savings, not investing in your pension, never having a nest egg, and now you find yourself in this situation where you might be close to retirement, or you're halfway through your life or whatever, and you've not really saved anything, and you're still maybe renting the place you live in, you're still probably driving an old banger of a car, and just because you quit alcohol, that's not going to be a magic pill and change everything. It's going to take years. And for me, I think personally, it kind of took me a good couple of years just to start maybe upping your pensions, and you see a big difference in that, and you start paying off a few loans you had, and car loans and phone loans, and because you're always paying the minimum just to kind of free up cash so you have money to go out at the weekend, you have money to go on all these holidays, and when you go on holiday, they're not cheap either. You're out every day, you're out every night, and Ubers, taxis, takeaways, and it all adds up, and that's something that will be there. And another example is relationships as well. You've probably just been spending way too much time with pub friends and maybe neglecting those around you. That could be your partner or husband or wife, it could be your kids or grandkids, and again, from their perspective, that's always been you. You might have changed now, and you might be thinking in your head, I'm a new me now, I'm going to do it, but it takes a while. You need to go out and prove yourself, earn people's trust back. Could be the same with your employer or your employees if you own a business. Just because you've quit a month ago, they might not have seen the new you. You might have been that person for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, so that will take time. And another thing is there's plenty of ups and downs when you're on your journey, when you get to this stage. Even though you've been there for a couple of years, again, stuff comes along. You can't control everything. There's still stuff going to happen with your family. You're probably still going to have issues at work with maybe going through redundancies, etc. But you learn to cope with them, and you end up being a lot more resilient, a lot more in touch with your emotions. You don't freak out over anything because you've got the fear, the beer fear, the anxiety, and the ups and downs are still there. And it's just something I don't think that will ever go away. And another thing is hobbies come around and you're well entrenched in those hobbies. I know the first 2-3 months it's just a lot of the keywords I hear is boredom and I'm bored, I tried to do this but I found it boring. But that's just you adjusting. And when you get to the stage where a year in, 2 years in, 5 years in, your mind's made a complete 180 change. Like I said in the beginning, it's drinks. Imagine yourself in a year, 2 years, drinks just like a hobby you used to do. It's a chapter in your life that's closed now and you've moved on, and it's just a nothing. It's just completely nothing in your life. And for me, I walked more, went to the gym more, and I'm back since I've been back off the booze since July of this year, after thinking I could moderate for 2.5-3 years and stupidly got into bad cycles. I'm in that now where it's just a hobby I used to do, and you end up just filling your time with loads of other stuff, like setting up a business if that's your thing, or a side hustle, or for me I set up this YouTube channel. And you'll probably get into the gym, you'll rediscover hobbies that you used to do, and just with the new friends that you meet and the new people you're hanging around with who are more positive and do things that aren't pub and drink related, I think you just naturally fall into different hobbies, and you've got the money to do them as well. And the hobbies can be travelling more as well and seeing more things in your country. That all starts to happen. But the best part, of course, is you still feel all those brilliant benefits. The kind of reason why we all want to get out of the rut, why we all got out of the rut, if you're kind of in your journey now. And there's just nothing better than all those benefits, the ones I kind of ramble on about, and I'll always keep rambling on about them because I think it's refreshing to hear, and there's just so many of them. The brilliant sleep, the waking up in the morning with loads of stamina and loads of energy, with an appetite as well, you're not dying. The big one, of course, waking up with no anxiety. Just what did I do last night? Who did I text? Did I say anything? Did I do this? Did I do that? None of that's there. And you're smashing every day. You're on top of it. You're just on a roll with everything, whether it's your work, your business, or your volunteering. You're absolutely smashing that, and people notice it as well. That can lead to promotions and pay raises and better bonuses. And you go on holidays that are sober holidays, where imagine going to all these brilliant cities you've probably been to before, but you've been so smashed and just staying in the centre, drinking in the pub, that you never seen them. But now you're up early in the morning enjoying the breakfast and walking around enjoying the sunshine. It's just a brilliant place to be in. And just a message to all the people that are maybe struggling in the first few months, if you're there, or first few weeks, that all just slowly starts to go. Once you break all those bad habits, and booze is a thing of the past, this amazing life awaits you, and it's just an incredible place to be in. And I'm sure you'll get to that place where you're wanting to be pretty soon. So just keep going. Anyway, thanks for watching this one on a very rainy day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.